Myself V. Kurinji, working as a assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering from the Academy of Maritime Education and Training, Chennai. Today I am going to discuss a topic about center of gravity. The center of gravity is one of the corporated topic in the engineering mechanics. Engineering mechanics is nothing but it is a branch of science which deals and discuss about force and its effects and its characteristics, in which the center of gravity is a major portion which highly discussed about the whole mass of the object which acts at a single point. That is what discussed in center of gravity. So now we start the session from the board. Now we are start the center of gravity. So what is meant by gravity? It is a downward force, it is a attractional force which acts towards the earth. It is a attractional force acting towards downwards to the earth. So what is the meaning of center of gravity means? Let us assume a duster, it is a solid content, it is a solid particle in which the whole mass of the duster is acting on a single point. The whole mass of the object or whole weight of the object is concentrated on a single point. That point is called as center of gravity. So what is the difference between center of gravity, that is denoted by CG, and centroid? What is the difference between center of gravity and centroid? So center of gravity is nothing but it is discussed about mass of the object or weight of the object. So in the same case, in the duster, the whole mass of the object is concentrated on a single point, that is called as center of gravity. Then what is the meaning of centroid? Centroid is nothing but in the duster it has a length, breadth and thickness. So let us consider a paper, a piece of paper which has a length and breadth. It does not have thickness, but it has a negligible thickness. So then it is called as plane figure. It has a center point. That point is called as centroid. For a plane figures, the geometrical center position is called as centroid. So let us assume a plane figure of a square. So how can you find out the centroid point or center of gravity point of the given square plane figure? By drawing the diagonals. You get the intersection point of the diagonal. So intersection point of the two diagonal, that point is called as centroidal point or center of gravity point. How can you find out your rectangle piece? For a rectangle, same like as the square, draw a diagonal points, where two diagonal points are joints, that point is called as centroid or center of gravity of a given plane figure. Both center of gravity and centroid are same phenomenon. Only the thing is, in the center of gravity the mass of the object is considered, but in the center of gravity the mass is not considered. Instead of mass, the centroid can be calculated by the area of the plane figure. Likewise, see here, it is a square, it is a rectangle which has only two dimensions, only the length and breadth. If you consider a square, it has only sides. In a rectangle, it has a length and breadth alone. It does not have a third dimension. So by connecting the diagonals, the point at which the two diagonals are intersecting, that point is called as center of gravity or centroid. How can you find out the centroid of a circle? So every circle has a center point. So that point is a centroid point or center of gravity point of the given circle. Then center of gravity of a triangular figure in a equilateral triangle. How can you find out the center of gravity point of or centroidal point of the given equilateral triangle? So where the three medians of a triangle, where the three medians of the triangle intersecting each other, that point is called as center of gravity of the equilateral triangle. The median is nothing but a vertex point to, it is a vertex point, then vertex point to the midpoint of opposite side. So that is called as median of a rectangle. Median of a rectangle. This centroidal point, this centroid can be determined by three methods. One is a geometrical method, and another one is a graphical method. So the third one is by using moments. In these three things, now we are going to determine the centroid of the plane figure by using geometrical method. So in the before we are going to problem, we have to know some formulas. For a square plane figure, what is the area of the square? That is a square. For a rectangle, area is L into B. For a circle, that is pi r square divided by 2. Then for a triangle, area is half BH. Then before we go into problems based on centroid, now we have to know the term that is axis of reference. So the axis of reference is nothing but it is a reference axis with respect to how we are going to take the plane figure. Let us assume a rectangle. So normally we know only two axes, that is x and y. In this axis of reference, the x axis must be placed as low as possible. The x axis must be placed as low as possible, and the y axis to be placed as left as possible. Here we are using two terms, that is x bar and y bar. So what is the meaning of x bar means? So the distance at which the centroidal point is located on the x axis direction. So y bar is the distance at which the centroidal point is located in the y axis direction. See, it is a rectangle. Now I am drawing at diagonal points. So this is the centroidal point of the given rectangular plane figure. So here I am drawing a dimension line. It is a vertical height of the given plane figure. That is nothing but this is a y bar of the given rectangle. Then this distance is the x bar. So what is the value of y bar? So here the rectangle with the length of L and the breadth of B. So what is the value of y bar? The total length of the rectangle is, breadth of the rectangle is B, then y bar is B by 2. Then x bar, that is total length of the rectangle is L, then x bar can be calculated by at the midpoint of the intersecting point. The two diagonals were intersecting each other, that is the midpoint of x bar, that is L divided by 2. So this is a centroidal point of the given rectangular plane figure. Now we are moving to a problem. Find the center of gravity of 100 mm into 150 mm into 30 mm, the T section. Find the center of gravity of 100 mm into 150 mm into 30 mm T section. So this is a given problem. For this problem, first I have to draw a space diagram. So this is a T section. the T section, the top portion is called flange and the column section is called web. In the T section they mention as a 100 mm into 150 mm and 30 mm. The flange of size is 100 mm and the thickness of the flange is 30 mm. Then another one dimension is here, that is 150 mm into 30 mm. This is the total height of the T section. 150 mm is the total height of the T section. And thickness of the web is 30 mm. Now, for a problem based on the center of gravity, it has a few steps. What are they? In the first step, I have to know whether the given object is symmetrical or not. Then I have to divide into number of parts. So in the first case, it is about symmetricity. So given T section is symmetrical about y axis or x axis, it is symmetrical about y axis. In the second step, I divide the whole T section into two blocks. So the blocks top flange as a section 1 and web as a section 2. So I give the names as A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. First I am going to find out the center of gravity point of the rectangle A, B, C, H. So first for section 1, that is rectangle A, B, C, H. Here I draw a diagonal points. So this is the point at which the center of gravity is located for a block A, B, C, H. The object is symmetrical about y axis. So I have to find out y bar. First of all, for a rectangle A, B, C, H, I have to find out the area of the rectangle. So area of the rectangle is L into B. L is 100 mm and B is 30 mm. So 100 into 30, which is equal to 3000 mm. Then y bar. So this is the given section. For this I have to make a axis of reference. That is a predetermined step for any problem based on center of gravity. Here I make the axis as left as possible. Here I make the axis as left as possible for the y axis. For x axis as low as possible. So this is a x axis. Then I have to find out the y bar. So y bar means this is a value of vertical distance. It is a value of vertical distance. So I am going to consider only for block 1. So the block 1 or section 1 is kept above the block 2. Section 1 is kept above the section 1 is kept above the block section 2. Now for the center of gravity point, the total distance is 30 mm. For this block alone, the vertical distance, that is y1 value is 30 divided by 2, you can know that. But here the section 1 is kept above the section 2. So far the total height of the section is 150 mm, but on which the thickness of flange is 30 mm. So the height of the web is 120 mm. The section 1 is kept above the section 2. So far I consider 120 mm plus this is the centroidal point of the section 1. So this is half of its thickness. So this is b by 2. So here b is 30. So 30 divided by 2, which is equal to 135 mm. for section 2, that is web DEFG, rectangle DEFG. Same like us, area of the rectangle A2, that is 30 into 120, which is equal to 3600 mm square. So the area of the material is mm square. Then y, it is a y1 for section 1, y2 for section 2. Similarly, the total height of the web is 120 mm. Here I am drawing a diagonal lines. So at the midpoint of the diagonal line, so that is 120 divided by 2, where the centroidal point is located in the y axis direction. So that is 120 divided by 2, which is equal to 60 mm. In the initial steps I told that if it is a normal plane figure with a single plane figure, you can draw a diagonal point, then connect the midpoint, then you can find out the center of gravity of the point. But it is a combination of two rectangles. Each rectangle has its own center of gravity point. Now it is a combined together. How can we find out the center of gravity of combined rectangular section? So it is symmetrical about y axis. If a section is symmetrical about y axis, so the center of gravity on y axis direction, that is can be determined by algebraic sum of area of the sections and centroidal point axis distance with respect to y axis. Similarly, algebraic sum of areas, this can be written as a1 plus a2 plus a3 and so on, an divided by a1 plus a2 plus and so on, an. In this given problem, it has only two sections, so I can reduce this into a1 plus a2, a1 y1 plus a2 y2 divided by a1 plus a2. So already we determined all the values. Y bar equal to a1 value is 3000, then y1 value is 135 plus a2 value is 3600, then y2 value is 60 mm divided by a1 value is 3000, then a2 is 3600. While calculating, y bar value is 94.1 mm. Can you able to get it? How you get the value, unit of the given value is in mm? Because y is a y divided by a. Area of the unit of area is mm square, and the distance unit is mm divided by area, that is mm square. We can neglect that, so the unit of distance is in mm. So the center of gravity point of the given t section is in the y axis direction, it is 94.1 mm. So why we don't calculate the x bar value? Because it is symmetrical about y axis. The center of gravity point must be lies on the axis line. Center of gravity point must be on the axis point, which means, so the total length of the t section is 100 mm, means at the distance of 50 mm the CG is located in the x axis direction, but in the height wise at the distance of 94 mm from the base, at a distance of 94.1 mm distance, so the CG point of the t section is located, which means in the x axis direction at a distance of 50 mm, in the y axis direction from the base 94.1 mm, the CG point of the t section is located. So the next problem is find the center of gravity of the channel section with the dimensions of 100 into 50 into 15 mm find the center of gravity of the channel section with the size of 100 mm into 50 mm into 15 mm. So for first step we have to draw a space diagram of a given problem. So that is, this is a channel section. So the channel section with the height of 100 mm. Channel section with the height of 100 mm and the length of the flanges are 50 mm and thickness of each portion is 15 mm. So now we are going to solve the problem. The first step of the problem is we have to give the axis of reference. Here I am going to make a axis of reference as left as possible. This is y axis. For x axis as low as possible. So this is the axis of reference. In the second step I have to find out whether the given object or given plane figure is symmetrical or not. So given channel section is symmetrical about x axis. If I cut the object at here, both the object has same size and same shape. That's why it is symmetrical about x axis. Now we have to find out x bar alone, that is enough. Now in the third step we have to divide into number of sections. So the top section is section 1, 2 and 3. Now for section 1, give the names A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. For the section 1, that is A, B, C, E, that is a rectangle. Rectangle A, B, C, E. Area of the rectangle is L into B. So the length of the rectangle is 50 mm, breadth of the rectangle is 15 mm. So 15 into 15, that is equal to 750 mm square. It is symmetrical about x axis. So I have to find out the center of gravity point on x axis direction in the horizontal direction. So now I am drawing a diagonal lines. So the center of rectangle is located at the distance of half of its distance. So the total distance of the rectangle is 50 mm. So 50 divided by 2, that is equal to 25 mm. Then for section 2, that is rectangle D, E, F, G. Area is A2. For section 2, A2. So 15 into, see listen here, in the top portion the 15 mm is removed, in the bottom portion it is about 15 mm. So the remaining height is 70 mm. So L into B, that is 70 into 15, which is equal to 1050 mm square. Now I am going to calculate the CG point in horizontal axis direction. So far I am drawing a diagonal lines. I am going to find out the distance between this and this. So the thickness of the web is 15 mm. So 15 divided by 2, that is x2 equal to 15 divided by 2, which is equal to 7.5 mm. Now section 3, that is rectangle H I J F. H I J F. For section 3, A3 equal to length of the section is 50 and thickness of the section is 15. So 50 into 15, that is equal to 750 mm square, which is similar to the section 1. So we can take the value from that alone. So that is x3 equal to, so the total length of the section, that is by drawing the diagonal lines you get the midpoint. So this is a L by 2, so that is 50 total length. So 50 divided by 2, which is equal to 25 mm. See here, now we find out the area of the respective sections and similarly find out the centroidal point on the horizontal axis, that is x axis direction. So x1 means, so from the left at a distance of 50 mm CG point is located. For section 2, x2 value is 7.5 mm. So the total thickness of the web is 15 mm. From the as far left at a distance of 7.5 mm, the CG point is located. For x3 means, from the left at the distance of 25 mm, the CG point is located. Then now we find out the overall CG point of the given channel section. So x1, x2, x3 as the respective centroidal position of the section 1 and section 2 and section 3. For it is a combination of 3 sections. Now we are going to find out the overall CG point of the given combined section. So far it is symmetrical about x axis. So the given channel section is symmetrical about x axis. So far now I am going to calculate the x bar value. X bar can be calculated by using formula algebraic sum of area and center of gravity of each section divided by algebraic sum of areas. So it has only 3 sections. So A1 plus A1 into Y1 plus A2 Y2 plus A3 Y3 divided by A1 plus A2 plus A3. Here now I am substituting all the values. So the value of A1 equal to 750 and Y1, sorry, here it is x1. X1 equal to 25 mm, then plus A2 value is 1050 into x2 value is 7.5, then A3 value is 750 and x3 value is 25 mm divided by A1 750 mm square plus A2 1050 mm square plus A3 750 mm square. While calculating this, you will get x bar value is equal to 17.8 mm. So what it means? So the object is symmetrical about x axis. X bar we get as a value of 17.8 mm. So from the left at a distance of in the x axis from the left at a distance of 17.8 mm. Let us assume this is a 17.8 mm. This point is the CG point of given channel section. Okay. Then it is about only the x bar. What about the y bar? From the base, it is a uniform section with the length of the height of 100 mm. So at a distance of 50 mm, in the x axis direction at a distance of 17.8 mm. So the CG point of the given channel section is located. Okay. Thank you.